Hey, Fair West. All right, it's the evening now of the 29th of January. We had a meetup today at Kaps Diner. It was a good one. I counted it, 11 people come out. Whew, who knew? Two of them were from Parkland Village to talk about what Parkland Village is, how it is neighbors helping neighbors to really age in place in their homes, stay in their communities, um, with some extra collaborative efforts from other neighbors. Really good stuff. They're a nonprofit, not far. It's not a neighborhood association, but it's a nonprofit that spans right now, I think, two different neighborhoods. And they have a website and they set up events and they try to find members who have the ability to do things like give car rides, do a little bit of light housework potentially, stay in contact just socially with others, and really pull people into a tighter knit community. Good stuff. So there was a lot of information there discussed. It was part meetup and just kind of chaotic, loud, noisy diner environment with lots of separate conversations, but there was also a lot of really great information, I thought, and thought-provoking information discussed by Candy and Jay, who came from Parkland Village. I believe Jay is also going to be able to make our next monthly meeting. That'll be in February, and we'll have time on the agenda to discuss both what I feel like anyone who was at today's meetup, what their impression was, and then also to continue thinking about how is that already represented in Fair West, and how do we maybe want to continue to promote and participate in neighbor helping neighbor type initiatives in the Fair West neighborhood. So that was great. Thanks to everybody for coming out. If you want to stay on the loop on that, watch these videos, I suppose, and also consider the Fair West Neighborhood Association email list. I'll link to that in the description below. You have to sign up with your email, and then you'll be on a list that's just neighbors who I know, basically, and it's our own little version of keeping in communication without having to know everybody's email address. It's not Facebook. It's not Nextdoor. It's an email list just of neighbors who we've slowly accumulated contact over the past couple of years, we made this mailing list to try and facilitate that. I'm rambling. 3 minutes in. Whew, I gotta get better at these videos. All right. What else? The next monthly neighborhood association meeting will be February 20th, 6 p.m. at Enchantment Dancing. That's on San Pedro 337, I believe. It'll be cold still in February, so we're going to do a soup potluck and then the meeting. Still putting together the agenda for the meeting. For sure, we will have state fair updates. If you didn't, there are definitely updates that to mention there. If you want to bring food, or if you want to help with the setup in some fashion, please send an email either to me, that's abqfairwest@gmail.com, or you can email the email list that I was just talking about and say that you have time, and I'll reach out to you, maybe somebody else. What else? Finally, just to be really random, Goodwill. The Goodwill that's at San Pedro and Lomas, not technically in Fair West, but pretty darn close. They have a bunch of different classes, specifically computer classes, that I was looking at. And I went to one today about app development, that is, the apps on smartphones. I have background as a computer programmer, so I was curious to see what kind of information and how they would present it. It was just an hour. It's free. They have app development, game development, computer basics, intro to coding, coding workshops, how to use Excel, how to use web browsers. They also have classes on how to get more familiar with your smartphone, one that's specific to Android, one that's specific to the iPhone. I think that could be potentially really valuable to a lot of people who I've met in the neighborhood and who we often talk about these topics. So check out the website post, and I'll have a scan of that calendar for February of the classes. Really easy to sign up and concise within an hour. So that was great. There's always more to say. We'll do it in another video. Thanks for watching.